homie?
All the time. Ain't nothing going on, brother. Just, blessed. And I got up this morning, still fortunate. So it's all good, man. How do it do?
Oh, homie, just lounging, had a few requests and shit. So you already know when the nigga get some good requests, I'ma jump on here and cut it up with you. You feel me?
All the time. It's all good. I like doing it for the people.
Exactly, homie. We gonna start it off with a couple of the young homeboys was asking what was some of the main blocks when we was coming up in our younger age that the homies hung on. What's some of the main blocks that was popping real vicious back in the days over in the Athens, homie? Can you name a couple streets that homies had?
Man, I'm just going to say, my time is coming up.
Can you turn your mic up a little bit, your audio?
My time is coming up. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, my time is coming up. We had like different little spots that we kicked it at. At first we used to kick it like on 112th and San Pedro in this little apartment complex called the Rat Hole. We used to kick it down there, and then we moved down, little by little different spots, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was like one of the main ones back then when I was coming up, like before I even started banging, like spots that I knew about I used to go to.
So when you so in your era, what was like a main street that homies hung on like in the 90s and shit, early 90s?
In the early 90s, most of the time it was my house at the time.
Right.
26 and San Pedro.
Right. I know over in the Inglewood NHPs, our street was like the Hyde Park, the 500 block. That was always like a popular street. And then you got Victor. Victor was like a popular street. You know what I'm saying? Then you had Inglewood Ave was like a popular street. Eucalyptus was a popular street. It was a gang of popular streets we had over in the turf and shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The hood like that always gonna have, hood ornaments, popular streets, you know what I mean? You got Cook, Jarman, Alton, you know what I mean? Figueroa,
Yeah.
Broadway, Bay, San Pedro, Avalon, you got all kind of like nice little spots around there.
Right. Hey, what was a popular burger joint or where the homies used to eat back in your days in the turf? Like what restaurant or what spot the homies used to hit to get something to eat?
Man, you had to go to Stevenson Burger. It was on El Segundo in Maine. You had to get one of the pastrami from there, or Colossal Burger.
Right.
Or chili cheese fries with pastrami meat on top.
Right.
You had to get one or the other. Man, them things were so good. I used to get school to go get one.
Right, the Colossal Burger.
That's how serious it was to me.
Yeah.
You didn't want them three. One of them three or all three at the same time. Just get on some greedy stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I know we had Astros and Fabulous. That was kind of like our top burger joints, with me coming up in my time. But I really cleaned more to Fabulous because it was like right there, like in the heart of the turf area. You had to get up on the Brea to hit Astros. Fabulous was like right on the side corner hip of the turf and shit, right there on the Sentinella Strip. So I cleaned more there. And my favorite thing on the menu then was I get my homie LSD, he'll get a taco burger, and I kind of mess with the taco burgers, but like you said, I get me a pastrami with some fries with some ranch sauce and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Hey, I got another legendary get down. Somebody told me to ask you, you know, because I speak about the homeboy, the big homeboy Dulo from Inglewood NHP, and people know that you was in that era with Dulo. So people wanted to know, do you got a big Dulo story from Inglewood NHP that's legendary and monumental, homie, that you can recall of? And I know it's gonna be a fire one if you got one. So can you adjust your audio, big homie, one more time before you send it on us?
For sure. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got two of them. I got time when me and Dulo had hit a little fisticuff, you know what I mean? You know, just knocking two horns, you know what I mean?
Right.
And but the best one I got, I'm gonna say that one related. I'm gonna tell the one because this one is between two legends that are respected the game. That's my boy Boxing Bobby Fruit TowN Brim. Shout out to the Fruit TowN Brim. And the homie Dulo from NHP. Now, what made this fight take place was, this is 1991, November. We was in Wayside Dorm called Media Door. They had turned Media Door into like a little mini blood monster. We was all up in there just chilling, and one day, Dulo had started dealing the chords. Every time he was dealing the chords, he used to mix with old Boxing Bobby. And he was the best with him because of his roots. Boxing Bobby was actually Mexican. So what Dulo used to always do was, he didn't call him Boxing Bobby, he used to call him Mexican Bobby. So when he used to be doing that, Bobby used to always correct him, tell him it's Boxing Bobby. But Dulo used to keep messing with him, you know, just talking a bunch of mess to him all the time. Now everybody that knows Dulo know off top, Dulo's a rebel rouser, straight up. But sometimes, you know, that rooster has to meet that mongoose. And sometimes that rooster underestimates the mongoose because the mongoose is small in size. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And on this particular day, Boxing Bobby is like 5'2", 5'1", maybe a little taller than that. He might be 5'4". I'm going to give him 5'4". Compared to Dulo, you know what I mean? And when Dulo was doing the chord, Bobby had started with it. So Dulo was getting mad, so Dulo ended up finding the kitty so he could go ahead and done the deal. So when he bought the deal, he tell Bobby he can't play. So he started dealing and he deal around Bobby. Bobby tells him, he said, man, you did a deal, you gotta pass the deck. He's like, what you mean? Yeah, you to deal me in. He said, man, I'm not dealing no Mexican in. So they got to go back and forth. Bobby telling me, he said, man, we can step to the back if it's going to be a problem. Dulo said, man, what you waiting on? So they go to the back. At the time, the homie Blast from Blackstone that slept in the back. So they go back there about blasting little buck. Everybody clear out. They go to thump. They back there getting it too. We like, man, I hope Jack didn't know.
Yeah.
So we all smiling and laughing, but we can't really see who's doing what. So they coming from back there, blasting, laughing. Blasting said, yeah, Dulo. He said, that old Mexican gave more than you thought he was going to give you, huh? That motherfucker Dulo said shit. All the motherfuckers think they see the chop in. He said, but that don't make that motherfucker go back and just let him score, though.
Right. Right. Dulo was a fool.
Man, we laughed so hard, we was like, man, dumb dog, just don't stop, man.
Yeah.
It ain't no stopping, you know.
Yeah.
You know, but from that point on, after that, him and old Bobby was dogs, man. Everybody respected old Bobby up there. Bobby had their hands too, man.
Right.
Shout out to old Bobby, man. Fruit TowN Brim love.
And that was a Mexican homie.
We didn't forget about you, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a Mexican homie.
Right.
Well, now he's a G.O.
Right. Right.
Now he's a G.O., you know what I mean?
Hey, that was historic.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that was historical right there.
You got any stories about it?
Since you told a NHP story about a homie from NHP, I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna tell a story about a big homie from Athens Park Bloods that used to be in the hood back in the days, homie. You know what I'm saying, late 80s. And this story is about the big homie Pee Wee from APB, Athens Park Bloods, homie. And at these times, homie, the homies from all different Damu hoods, we'll feel, homies will be in everybody turf, homie, banging the B, banging the P with different homies, and putting it down and doing everything that hood do. So by our hood being open like that and Damu friendly, the homies from jungles, Athens, different hoods would be in the NHPs. So some way, somehow, homie, my mom's wind up being cool with the homie, the big homeboy Pee Wee from Athens Park Bloods, homie. And Pee Wee was like a short nigga back then, bald head, and had some cool little arms for his size, And that made me as a small nigga be like, nigga, I'm gonna work on my back arms. I'm gonna try to be, when you see short niggas with stature, with size, pushing like that, that was helping me build my character. So to move on with the story, some way, somehow, the big homeboy Pee Wee from Athens Park Bloods, he wound up getting tied in with moms, homie, hanging with moms and shit. So he used to come over to the house on the weekends or something, like Friday, Saturday, and bone back out Monday. But he'd be with the other big homeboy, Spidey from Athens Park Bloods. Spidey was tall, dark-skinned and shit from Athens. And so when they would come to mom's house and Pee Wee would have his bag, homie, the big homie would have his bag, he'd have a 38 up in there and shit. And sometimes them niggas would have so many straps back then, he'd leave his straps because different niggas got straps and they'd be going to the jungles, homie. You know what I'm saying? So it was like basically Athens NHP jungles. Niggas would play the jungles to the NHPs, homie. So in his process of going to the jungles, I was young, banged out, khaki jacket, khakis and curls. I go back up in the house because I seen where he stashed his thing that in his backpack and put it in mom's room. I go up in that motherfucker and unzip the backpack, take his strap out, and be back on the front line on the 500 block, young as a motherfucker, with a 38 in it. And back then, a nigga asked for some shells in case a nigga bark at some shit. A nigga can reload the big homie shit and put it back in his bag and shit. But lucky I didn't never have to bust on nothing with the big homie heat. But I sure had it flossing out there like he gave it to me, knowing I went in the big homie bag from APB and stole that motherfucker just to hang out with and be on deck. But yeah, that's a good story I had. Since you told a Dulo story, I tell one of a homie from APB, homie. And shout out to the big homeboy, Pee Wee APB, man. I love you, homie. You already know what it is, homie. You played a part in my growth with this gangster shit, homie. You have 60 seconds remaining. BJ, double back real quick, homie, so we can close out or talk a little bit more shit real quick, homie.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Yeah, homie, them was the times, homie, when we get to reminiscing of a lot of old times with the homies and all that shit, man. It was the good old days, homie, where homies really was in each other turfs, homie, really in each other backyards, homie, really in the trenches with each other, you know what I'm saying? Really, bonding with one another, homie, and that's what make it easy, like we say, and make it kind of easy for homies to come together, to be together on this Damu Paru blood tip, for the simple fact how far we go back and how deep we've been in the trenches with one another, homie. You know what I'm saying? You have a prepaid call from. And it comes from an individual lab. The California State Prison, Solano, Vacaville, California. Let's call and you see, salute to everybody that's up in here, man, tapped in with us on this live on 89 on up. You know what I'm saying? With On the Edge with BJ APB, homie. While we just sending it, homie, bringing some midday, you know what I'm saying, entertainment with this hood street content, man. You know what I'm saying? Where you ain't gonna really catch it like how me and the homie send it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, BJ.
Hey, I'm here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just telling everybody how good it feels sometimes, homie, when we, you know, strike up old history and old conversation and legendary homies or legendary situations, homie. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
On the real, homie. Shit, BJ. Hey, did y'all have a swap meet in y'all turf?
Yep, we had one out there. We had the Avalon swap meet on Avalon and mine's supposed to say 130th.
Did
Behind the shopping center.
right? Did rips fall through there at some times and shit?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah,
But you always had all kinds of people coming through there.
right. And then with swap meets and shit.
Hell yeah.
The homies,
Different scuffles up there.
is that right? That's what I was just about to ask you. Any homies that have had any scuffles or chunkums up in there and shit?
Yeah, there's been a few scuffles up in there.
Right. Can you recall any that you was in or something or knew of that was historical? Or where niggas had to, you know, get on some niggas and get niggas up out the hood at that useful time when we was on one?
Yeah, at that time, you know, I had a few scuffles up in there, but I never knew where the cats was from, you know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody else just came and got me and I was an assistant man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we had some rumbles up in there. One time I remember we got was up in there all day, just watching the video stream. They used to have a big screen, flat screen TV up in there.
Right.
They used to show videos on this rap station called The Box at the time all the time. So when they used to be showing it, we used to be up there, you know, getting high and come out the restroom and go up there and get the pants and all that. Man, one time we got served up and was up in there watching Public Enemy, and we all got to do this little Public Enemy march, like 4 or 5 of us.
Yeah.
And man, messed around and called the police on us, man.
Yeah.
That's why we used to be fun up there, though, man. Used to be all kind of little rumbles and dealings and all type of stuff going on.
Hey, that's how Inglewood swap meet was. Go ahead.
There used to be just like 3 ways in
Mm-hmm.
and out. But after that, after all that stuff started going on, they only had 1 way in and 1 way out.
Right.
Because there was so much going on, they went on and made it where first go to get 1 way in and 1 way out.
Hey, look, them swap meets was something else, homie. See, in the city of Inglewood, you know, a gang of the homies, we share different Damu hoods, we share that swap meet. But at that time of me coming up too, you had the Legend Crips. They was popping in full function, in full effect. So you would catch some of them come through there, and niggas would get on them, homie, and get to slanging them all up in the swap meet with Legend Crips. You know what I'm saying? Either chasing them through there, or they'll try to be strapped and chase the homies through, and niggas would get heated and be chasing them through. But niggas didn't have straight rumbles up in there with the Legend Crips. And homie, we didn't had other Crips, because you know different swap meets got different jury, had different jury back then. So we'd catch Crips from the east side, from Compton and shit, and they'd come through, homie. I remember one time, dog, we up there, and them niggas pulled up on us boldly on Manchester and tried to do their thing with us. Some niggas from Compton Crip. They tried to do their thing, and one of the homies, you know, had to get out there and defend us, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because them niggas come through, see us flamed up, and them niggas, you know, yell Compton Crip, and get on the homies and shit. You know, seen us flamed up, and that's how it was. Niggas be in different jurisdictions, and niggas will put it down and make they mark and shit. But, you know, shit, we was quick on the response, but niggas didn't have, you know, we didn't have altercations at that Inglewood swap meet back in the days coming up. Either with the legends, like I said, or outside rips that come in from different community areas. But, you know, shit, homie, that's how it was, homie, you know, and that's good. We got some of these stories, homie, that we could see in just old, you know, just old time when nobody was hurt. You know, it's a lot of times niggas, you know, was acting a fool and popped at each other, but we didn't hurt each other, homie. And them was the blessings of us being able to share our history and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas been bust on at close range, and just had some holes through their jacket. Nigga didn't even get hit. So you gotta ask yourself who was with a motherfucker when sometimes we got close range bust on and shit like that. And we be able to tell these stories and tell a motherfucker where we was scared for our motherfucking life at. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to shout out my relative Asia, you know what I'm saying, for your speedy recovery. And I want to shout out anybody else loved ones that's going through it, homie. Yeah, anybody else loved ones that's going through it, dog. Cause no matter how it is, we all tied in.
That's the whole girl, man.
Yeah.
We love you, man, and we get well soon.
B.
Alright, I'm
Yeah, man. Hey, what's some positive you could tell a youngster right now, homie? The detouring for this banging shit, man. What can you tell somebody? A youngster's thinking about joining this gang banging shit. What would you tell them?
gonna tell you the truth. The truth is, you might look around and you see some homies with cords. Homies get lucky like that.
Turn your audio up, B.
I said, sometimes, can you hear me now?
Yup.
I said, sometimes, you gonna hear homies got cords. Sometimes homies ain't gonna have nothing.
Right.
He's gonna be dressing good. Always in the passenger seat of somebody else did. Or renting a smoking car. Feel me? But anyway, bitches be recognizing who's doing what. When they realize who's doing what, they try to come out there who's doing what. You know what I mean? They be like, fuck everybody else. Now when you know the bitch with the shit, you kind of walk. So the bitch is gonna ride with the real thing.
Right.
You know, you ain't got no curfew and then you can go home when you want to go.
Hey, what I gotta say to a youngster that's thinking about banging, homie, this shit gonna set you back, homie. Some of us computer datas is just getting updated, homie, even including myself, homie. Cause we done set ourselves so many decades behind not being involved into society properly that we just now catching up, homie. So I say, homie, it's good to learn the atmosphere of where you at in your surroundings, but you ain't necessarily got to be involved with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my bad too.
Hey, I want to say once again, man, salute to everybody that came out and tapped in with 89 on up with On the Edge with BJ APB. And man, we probably be back tonight, man, or tomorrow, serving some more content, dog. Salute, one love, we out.